eat an elephant. And so the first time that I heard this, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then, like we always do, he went right and made it practical. So when I first heard like one of my mentors, coaches say this to me, and this is the same thing that I'm telling y'all. I want y'all to learn how to learn, not just what to learn. So the easiest way to eat an elephant, and I wish y'all could see each other's face on the screen because y'all not gonna be to see each other's face, right? But the easiest way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So the same way with your problems, there you go, Kiara. I see it, right? Kayla smirked. So the same way when we have issues, when we have problems, we need to be able to take that big problem and shrink it into manageable pieces. Does that make sense to y'all?
I understand what you're doing.
Nah, yeah. You got it, right?
Yeah.
So now a big problem, we need to just make it small, one bite at a time. One bite at a time. One bite at a time. People say, right? Kiana said, you don't, right? Why the hell you gonna eat an elephant, Miss Bailey? Right? Like, okay. But if you had to, right? Like, why would you put yourself in that situation? I don't know. But because it happened, how you get yourself out of it? One small move at a time. One small move at a time. You know, I heard from somebody else, they said, small steps, great distances. Right? The steps might be small, but you might walk from Illinois to Indiana. It may take you a long time. You took a lot of small steps, but you covered a great distance. Same way. We look at those issues and we like, I can never get out of it. But then when we do get out of it, right? And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Have y'all ever been in a situation and you look back and you be like, how did I get out of this? Has that ever happened to y'all? Yes, no, maybe so, thumbs up, never, right? To where you look back like, man, how did I get out of this? Because you just took one step at a time. One step at a time. That's what I mean by learning how to learn as opposed to just what to learn. Them people that just said, this is what you're going to do because you're going to do it, they're really telling you what to learn. And you may need to know it. But if you don't know how to break it down and process it, it ain't going to help you no way. So my job, like I said, like I'm the conduit, right? I'm the extension between you and your dreams to help you get there. And together we can work on them. But first you got to know what you should know and what you don't need to know. So you got to know what you should know and what you don't need to know. Like, I can tell y'all some things that y'all should know, but it's also some things that, like, y'all don't need to know. Or vice versa, right? It's some things that I don't need to know, right? Like, don't incriminate yourself. Don't, like, I don't need to know it. But then there's some things that I should know. But we handle those things one step at a time. And that's all I'm telling y'all, right? Even y'all here, one day at a time. Y'all grades, y'all production, y'all effort is going to be so much greater, so much better. You're going to be renewed when this is all over because we taking this thing one step at a time. And now you ain't got to break down your whole life the way we broke down the Pledge of Allegiance. But when you understand how to break things down, can't nobody just really throw nothing at you and you not really be to think about it. Does that make sense? Right? Especially, watch this, especially since y'all just, my ladies on right now, you even be to understand, right, when that dude trying to be slick come talking to you, right, and you could break down that whole sentence like, did you just say this? And they be like, that ain't what I said, but that's what I meant, right? Like, exactly. It ain't always about what people say, it's what they mean. Right? Because we know what the pledge said, but now we know what the pledge means. Does that make sense to y'all? Right? So Like we gonna shake up this whole thing of what we've been taught, and we gonna find the gaps and find the holes, and we gonna learn it the right way. And then that way, it's gonna open your eyes to be able to move so much further with being a good citizen, being a good person in this school, society, and world. Make sense, ladies? All right. Y'all got any questions for me? Comments? Concerns?